And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another week, another edition here of the PiGosaur Cup. PiGosaur Cup number 36. Your weekly dose of PiGosaur Cup action. I'm Coach SIVIP. With me, I'm joined by these amazing players, by the people in chat, and by my plushies as well. Welcome, one and all, to our weekly broadcast here of the PiGosaur Cup. An exclamation mark be in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the back yourselves. The bracket is live, the bracket is stacked, and we are jumping into the round of 32. We'll be going over the bracket momentarily, but until then, we have our first series. We have our initial PvP, and spawning in the top left hand corner of pylon, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the pink Protoss representing among SE2 people. It is RebellioN. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the Peruvian Protoss player. We have the red Protoss, a player that we've casted for a we last casted many years ago. Now he is here, now he is back under a different name. No longer is he Saberlight, it is Agressif. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we jump into our PvP. And again, our Protoss player here is a player that we casted. We started casting, I want to say, like maybe back in like 2019, 2018. It's been a long time. It's been a very long time. Shout out to Saberlight. Saberlight, of course, used to be more of an amateur player. I remember covering him and casting him back when he was Masters, back in Masters 1 Open, where we used to cast him back in the day, back when he was more of an amateur player, more of an up-and-coming player when he was Masters League. Nowadays, he has risen through the ranks to GM. He did retire, though. He did retire for a time. He did step away from the game. It's been a long time since it's been years since I've casted Saberlight. Did name change to Agressif instead, and recently did come back to the game. So great to see him once again after many years, and we'll see how he compares. We'll see how he competes against RebellioN. He's of course GM, don't get me wrong, but RebellioN is coming in as the heavy favorite. Oh boy, let's go. Let us go, as we are going to be jumping in. And so far, so good. 2-gate opener from both players from Agressif, 2-gate opener out of RebellioN as well. So far, everything's looking normal, everything's looking standard. My eyes are definitely going to be on Agressif here, moving forward to see if he does something cheeky, something aggressive, if you will, against RebellioN. Oh boy. For now, probe scouts across the map, looking to delay our expansions. We're going to try to get an eye on the initial opener. Also, hope you all had a great evening. I know that the RSL did begin last night. We had the beginning of the Revival StarCraft League. It's good to see. Good to see. As that started last night, and I believe it should be going on the entire week, which means we have some afternoons off. I'll be honest, I spent the entire day yesterday just editing VODs, scheduling VODs, thumbnails. It was great. Oh, good. It was intense, and we're probably going to do the same today as well. Just catching up. I'm up to editing the Cheese It Off here VODs, and I'm up to scheduling the EWC VODs. Getting that. All that episode do shade across the map. They do get locked in. Yeah, the pylon locks in one end, and then the force field the other. There's no way out of this. They might get a sentry. Barely not. Sentry does survive. 2 adepts go down. A better trade for RebellioN across the map. Pylon block, cyber block delays the expansion. RebellioN is taking his natural, and Agressif, his own base is so delayed. It's so late. It's so delayed. From here, eventually he will be able to expand. Eventually. Oh, hello. We're trapped on one base, may as well make best use of it. What do we have to proxy here? Agressif, he does have a Twilight Council on the way. With this, I'm leaning towards potentially a proxy Dark Shrine. If it is going to be a Dark Shrine, the problem though, Robo's already on the way. Like RebellioN, he's not skipping his tech, he's going for a Robo opener. Very safe way to open up here in PvP. Does allow for detection, does allow for immortal production as well. RebellioN is going to be secure, and the hallucination confirms. Yeah, he confirms a Robo. So if Agressif was thinking about DTs, this should deter him. This should, again, Observer's already on the way. Behind this, working towards Blink, and Agressif is behind. He is behind. He's heavily behind when it comes to the base, when it comes to the natural. Even though he's slightly ahead in workers right now, that will soon change as Rebellion's making 2 probes at a time, and he's mining more efficiently as well. So more efficient mining. Also, before I get ahead of myself, oh my god, big shout out to Ryu in the chat. God, thank you so much, Ryu, for the raid as well. Hope you had a great ladder session. Hope you had a great stream. I think by now he's already gone to bed, but thank you so much. Me Ryu. Much love. Este Ryu. Ooh. As Epsay do bust in between the bases. This time they catch out probes. That's going to be 4 workers going down already. Brutal start. RebellioN does kick things off with that lead. He's up 6 probes. And that's going to get even higher from here. Meanwhile, Immortal production has begun. We have Blink on the way. Now, there is going to be an earlier Blink timing for Aggressive. That is true. He will have earlier Blink, and it can be active sooner as well. The problem here is, again, he cannot fight head-on because the Immortal count, he can try to bypass the army. There is a chance that he could try to slip past into the natural. He could try to slip past into the main base. Like, there are going to be opportunities here for Aggressive, and we'll see what opportunities he can find. Shall see. So now we are still setting up. +1 is on the way. Blink has completed for Aggressive. Is now taking his 3rd. And we're just taking a slower approach. Okay, despite the name, we're taking a much slower approach here. We're just calming things down, trying to catch back up, taking our 3rd base, saturating our natural, no gateway explosion. Still only 2 gates, by the way, only 2 gateways. Yes, Aggressive, he's poking in, but I don't think he has any intention of committing. And not like this. Aggressive luring the army out. Does like the sentry, not bad. Sentry does go down. Nice little pick off there for Aggressive. Behind this, taking him into charge, so he's looking to at least get ahead in terms of tech, into charge, into potentially Archons, but Zealots, they will have their place here. Right now, there's no Archon tech or splash damage for RebellioN, so Zealots, they can trade well. We just have to get there. There we go. Now we get the gateway explosion after the fact. And Aggressive, he needs a little bit of time. He needs a little bit of time here for the gateways to come up and running, to come online. Then he can, of course, embrace Mass Zealots. But before that happens, oh, RebellioN's pushing. Like, Aggressive, he needs more time. He's not ready. The gateways are still finishing up. He needs those warpins. And meanwhile, here comes RebellioN pushing it ahead of time. Does have the Immortal, does have a massive amount of Stalkers. And Aggressive, not like this. Sentry goes down. Hiding back here against the Stalkers. And he just dives in. Yeah, RebellioN, he smells one in the water. He goes for the dive. Does overwhelm the army. It takes down the Stalkers. The Immortal does kite back, but there are no shield batteries. No shield batteries, barely any reinforcements. Again, Aggressive needed a couple more seconds to warp in the Zealots, but again, RebellioN, he just went for the kill. From here, the 3rd base is forfeit. Like, there's no saving the 3rd. 3rd is going to go down. Behind this Aggressive, there's not much else behind this. Once again, RebellioN can dive on the Immortal. He will. Oof. Takes down the Immortal. GG gets called, and RebellioN will take game number 1. Whew. GG. A solid game there by RebellioN from the beginning. He was just slightly ahead when it came to the economy, when it came to the base count, when it came to the worker count, when it came to the tech, when it came to the push, when it came to the army as well. Again, it was just a really shaky start for Aggressive to be forced to be contained on one base for as long as he was, right? He was contained. It was contained on one base. He lost workers early on as well, so he just fell behind. And this is what's brutal about mirror matchups, is that if you do fall behind in such a way, you can't just macro out of it because you're perpetually behind, right? You have the same tools as your opponent. You have the same capacity for production as your opponent, so there's no way to catch up outside of doing some kind of harassing damage or going for an all-in, right? Referring to Adept Harass, maybe Prism Harass, Oracles, DTs, some way to get some kind of counter damage, or just cutting corners and just sending it across the map and hoping their opponent's being greedy. Like, you're forced to make a difficult decision and go for one of these routes. We saw that Aggressive didn't go for either one. His goal there was to try to, was to hope that maybe RebellioN would be passive and then get away with Zealots. But again, RebellioN, he was not passive. Not passive at all with that. GG, we're now getting into game number 2. And we're going to be loading into Tokamak. Here we go. And then soon we can embrace the brackets, catch up on all the matches, figure out where we're headed, figure out what other matches are going on. Of course, we do have other streams ongoing as well, covering other portions of the bracket. But here we go, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tokamak, we have the pink Protoss player. Oh. We have the pink Protoss, we have the South Korean Protoss. Representing among SC2 people leading the series 1-0, it is RebellioN. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the Peruvian Protoss player. We have the red returning Protoss, no longer Saberlight. It is Agressif. Muy agresivo, papi, agresivo. Let's go. So we are settling in. So I'm just setting up the title of the stream. That did slip my mind. Sitting with the title. For now, though, oh my, okay. Aggressive going for the gate expand before the Cybercore. Very greedy build here. Almost the greediest build you can go for. You know, shout out to Australia for just going straight up Nexus first. But this was a gate expand before said Cybercore. One of the greediest builds you can go for in this matchup. Meanwhile, oh my, RebellioN does the same. Gate expand as well. I mean, welcome to Tokamak. Tokamak is one of the larger maps of the map, but one of the more defensive maps as well. We speak about this all the time. So if you were to cut corners, this would be the map for it. And both players, they do mirror each other. So I was hoping that maybe Aggressive would be able to cut some corners here, but really RebellioN is cutting the same corners. It's cutting the same corners. From here, settling in. Now, Aggressive's base is a couple of seconds faster, I believe by like 1 second, like 1 or 2 seconds. Outside of that, mirrored builds, mirrored setups. So being active, Twilight Council opener here out of Aggressive. Likewise, Stargate out of RebellioN. So we do have some deviations here in terms of tech. Stargate against Twilight Council. With this RebellioN, his goal should just be for economic damage. Just go for oracles. Now, thankfully, Aggressive just scouted. He just scouted. He just saw the Stargate, so he's fully aware that he is under threat of oracles, and we should be seeing shield batteries and stalkers getting in position. Likewise, after the defense, we do see Aggressive. He'll have the potential to have map control. With faster blink, with a greater stalker army, he should be able to contain RebellioN and threaten the would-be third, if there would be any at all. Oracle's on the way. You see Aggressive trying to slip into the main, but won't quite be able to. Oh, Adept does go down. Yep, there's that safety shield battery, as we mentioned. One Oracle cannot out DPS the healing rate of the shield battery. I mean, I say can't. Eventually, the shield battery will run out of energy, and the Oracle can break through. But the shield battery is a great way to just buy time to deflect the first Oracle, bearing in mind that 2 Oracles, 1-shot probe. So a shield battery does nothing against 2 Oracles. But we can see there is no second Oracle. Instead, we do invest into a faster Twilight Council. Now, this could be a way to catch up in terms of blink, or we might just skip blink and go for something different entirely. Oracle breaks in, shield battle's not ready. Yeah, the shield battle's not ready. Stalker's out of position. Probe's going to be going down. He gets 1, he gets 2, he gets almost 3. Yeah, 3, 4 probe kills. 5 probes go down. And again, Aggressive, not in position. Shield battery was what, like 3-4 seconds too late. And in that time, got 5 probe kills. That was brutal damage. And Aggressive, he should have been safe against this. He should have been prepared, but was out of position. Again, he had 3 stalkers in the main, but nothing at the natural, just the 1 stalker at the natural. And again, the shield battery was just a little bit too late by a couple of seconds, but in StarCraft, every second counts. Aggressive, he attempts to expand. Stasis will delay. And RebellioN now knows that he is safe to expand as well. He's like, oh, you want to take a base? Okay, I guess that means that I can take mine. So RebellioN, he will expand. Behind this, going Fresher Gateways. Looks like he is catching up in terms of blink. There's going to be a big window in time where Aggressive has blink and RebellioN does not. And ideally, Aggressive wants to make use of that window, right? You have that tech advantage. We have to make use of it. If not, then it means nothing. Unfortunately, right now, he's still stuck at home. I mean, because of the Oracle, the problem here is that the Oracle is still active. The Oracle is still out on the map. The Oracle is still threatening Aggressive. Still does pose up. We can see he's just at home. Like, you can see RebellioN just setting up. This is the correct move. RebellioN knows he's ahead. He's ahead worker-wise. He's ahead when it comes to the base timing as well. He knows, as we just mentioned, that his opponent has faster blink. So in a head-on fight, RebellioN is at a disadvantage. So what do? We just turtle up. We turtle up, we be as defensive as possible. Right now is when RebellioN is at his most vulnerable against Aggressive, and that will soon change once Blink finishes and once the third base kicks in. And unfortunately for Aggressive, he's not being active, he's not being aggressive, he's not moving out. And RebellioN is getting away with his lead. He's getting away with that lead. Blink is now done, so that window in time is now closed. Third base is up and running. And now, of course, RebellioN has a greater economy, and soon he'll have the greater army as well. When I say soon, already, 12 Stalkers to 9. Oh boy. So RebellioN does take a substantial lead. And once again, we've been here before in the last game. The pressure is on Aggressive to do something to catch back up. Now, what's his plan here? We're going for upgrades, same as our opponents. We do have Immortal production on the way. That is a little bit different. That will help for sure, but he needs more time. Needs more time for the Immortals. RebellioN pushing out. There is one shield battery. Likewise, there's Guardian Shield and Force Fields as well. So far, RebellioN trading nicely. The Immortal has arrived, and RebellioN, he should respect the Immortal. Should respect it. Or going to the main, going for the stasis. Oh no! No reaction. The late reaction here at Aggressive. Brutal connection. Half the mirror line, more than half, does get caught out. Stalkers, they poke in, and they're trying to bait him in. No! The bait! The bait is real. The Immortal's exposed. And now RebellioN can go for the dive. He can go for the dive, and he will. Takes down 1, 2 Stalkers. Now going for the Immortal. Will 3 shots. Sorry, will 2 shots. And this is game any damage. This is just far too much here. Once again, to target down those Stalkers. Once important, he targets down the Warping and Stalkers, knowing that they cannot blink away. Boys are being pulled, and probes are going down. And even though Aggressive, he survives, he lost so much here in the process. Lost the Immortal, lost a bunch of Stalkers, stasis in the main, of course, if you recall. And behind this, RebellioN just chilling. Going down extra gateways, working towards charge. Charge is not on the way for Aggressive. He's going for a counterattack. The pressure is on. Pressure is on. That's that fourth. Fourth for RebellioN. Now, Aggressive, he could try to outposition the army and head into the mineral line. Okay. I was going for the going for the Robo. Not bad. Robo goes down. Nice snipe. Nice snipe here from Aggressive. Oh, but he cannot fight head on. He cannot take the fight. He's gonna commit. Goes to the warp in. Thankfully, he does pull away. Does back up. RebellioN working on +2 has to rebuild the Robo. Temple Archives on the way for the Archon production. And how many gateways are we on here? 8. We're on an 8-gate setup. Not bad here from Aggressive, but again, I feel like now would be the time to just double down and maybe throw down 2 more gates and commit to an all-in. Instead, he's getting a 4th. Did have a nice pickoff. There's a chance here that he can outposition RebellioN once again. And potentially catch out some of these workers and force a cancel, or even get a kill. Yep, he sorts a 4th. RebellioN out of position. Takes down the shield battery, gets a couple of probe kills. I mean, this is nice damage, but needs more. Do you need more here? Getting ready for a depth harass. Shading towards the natural. RebellioN does have a cannon. And the defensive warp in. Yeah, defensive warp in as well. Shield battery does help support. That ups going down. And RebellioN is going to be the first to max. And he's maxing out with a superior army, with Archons, with charge lots. Aggressive still needs a little bit more time to get there. overall, the Stalker House was good. It was good Stalker House, but he still down to the workers. He does get his 4th up and running. Now, there's a chance here if RebellioN, if he dedicates a little bit too hard to a mass zealot composition, and if Agressif is able to stay defensive and get a good amount of Archons and prioritize Archon production, he can still take a fight. He can still win a fight defensively back at home with the help of shield batteries, with the help of cannons. Like, there's definitely a chance that he can just turtle up and take that fight, depending on RebellioN's army composition. That's a lot of Archons. Never mind. It would have been if he had committed too hard to a gateway composition and less so to Archons, then I can see that working. But that is how many? 7. That is 7 Archons. Jesus. I mean, they built a tank. They built a breakthrough. And here comes RebellioN. Almost maxed out, pushing on the right hand side. Headed towards that 3rd. Guess they're trying to get ready. He does have a wall of cannons, true, that will help. He's got 4 cannons, has a shield battery. He wants to make sure he fights with his side defense, as he does have to back up. Ooh, Archon's exposed, 1 Archon goes down. Frees him into the main. See RebellioN taking care. Slowly pushing in, takes down the zealots, pushing into the cannons at the same time, does go for the warp in as Zealot busts into the main. Not getting too much damage yet. Oh, but the Archons are going down. Sorry, the Immortals are going down. The Immortals are going down. So are the Archons, though. Agressif, he's making a stand. He's holding. Again, better concave shield battery cannons as well. Agressif, he holds. He does defend. At the same time, those Zealots are wreaking havoc in the main. Couple of Archons on the way. There's the recall. You know, RebellioN, he does keep pushing. Oh, as the Prism goes down. And I guess he's being overwhelmed. He's being overwhelmed. Oh, the Stalkers. Stalkers get surrounded. And RebellioN, he will win this fight in the main base. At the same time, Agressif, he does shut down the Stalkers. And again, it was an impressive fight here from Agressif, fighting defensively. But GG gets called. The main base is compromised. And RebellioN will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the round of 16. GG. GG, well played. Again, Agressif, he had some nice moments here in this game, but overall he was just one step behind for the majority of the game. Unfortunately, he had a later 3rd base. He lost workers to the Oracle harass as well, did fall behind economically, and he wasn't quite able to recover from that. It was just such a shame that his shield battery was just merely seconds too late, and that allowed for 5 probes to go down as well. That was just brutal damage at the start. GG. GG, well played, and with that, RebellioN, he will claim the series. And now we can take a moment to catch up on the bracket. Let's go.